Hey Libra, this reading we will be asking Spirit what we should be doing right now, how we can help, okay? A lot of us feel powerless at this time, not to mention we've been undergoing some very heavy astrological transits. Yesterday was the Ring of Fire solar eclipse with the new moon in Libra. The energies have been very heavy. There is a lot going on in the world. And I want to ask the Lumerians. And also I have my Wizard's Tarot, okay, by Karen Kenner. We're going to use that tarot deck and the Lumerian Oracle to get some answers today. But first, let's go ahead and ring the doorbell to the divine. I also have Lumerian quartz pieces that wanted to be spoken of because these are coded. Each Lumerian quartz piece, they don't come off clusters, right? They're all individually coded. Let me put it on top of a card so maybe you can see it better. Yeah, there you go. You see? They're each different, and they have these lines in them, okay? They're each coded with ancient knowledge. I just heard the word scripts. I have 3 pieces here. I purchased these, I believe sometime last year, from one of my favorite metaphysical shops. She has an excellent crystal collection. So I have 3 Lumerian quartz crystals here to help us tap into the energy of these ancient codes and asking for help from the ancients, honestly, at this time. I know meditation is going to play a huge part, and we're going to get into that. But first, let's ring the doorbell to the divine, Libra. I'm going to count back from 3. And when I get to 1, I would like you to breathe in your nose and then exhale out of your mouth all that negativity, all that built up stress. Let it exit. 3, 2, 1. Nice, Libra. Nice, nice, nice. All right. I need to mention the Crystal Keys card first and foremost. This card showed itself to me, and this is what sparked this entire reading off. So we'll start here, and then we're going to ask for advice about what we need to be doing using the deck, the Oracle deck, and the Tarot. Okay. First of all, Libra, Crystal Keys. This is about hidden wisdom codes, potent information, Lumerian seed crystals, seeing your triggers as a gift, healing the earth by looking at your inner environment, healing through awareness. It's not just what we can see on, it's not only about what we can see. Excuse me. It's not only about what we're being shown. That's just one side to the story, most likely. What we're being shown in the mass media. 444 on the clock. Lumerian quartz crystals are special pieces of clear quartz with indented ridges running across them. They are known as seed crystals because they are said to have been found individually, buried in sand and earth, rather than attached to a larger cluster, the way most crystals are. Aware of their oncoming destruction, the Lumerians imbued information about how to avoid a similar, oh, I have chills. The Lumerians imbued information about how to avoid a similar catastrophe on crystals and buried them. The ridges on the crystals are believed to be Lumerian inscriptions. I'm just having like continuous chills. These crystals are reappearing now as this knowledge is again relevant. This card is about deciphering wisdom codes. We may wonder how to access information regarding our spiritual growth as we navigate our everyday reality. This wisdom comes through inner paradoxes when we are truly present, awed, in creative flow, or a state of surrender. It may come as riddles and in the most unlikely places. Here's where the meditation comes in. Zen Buddhism taps into this using koans, Koans, paradoxal statements the mind cannot fathom. To bypass traditional understanding and allow spiritual epiphany and a deeper knowledge of the soul to surface. Key wisdom codes can come to us when we are triggered. They are accessible in those moments when everything becomes more emotional, dramatic, or painful than it needs to be. Here, when light shines on our shadow, we are graced with significant insight into places we can grow and evolve from. Although it might take courage and a healthy dose of self-awareness to embrace the wisdom of those moments. It's amazing how much energy, freedom, and expansion comes as a result of deciphering these bubbles of information, tailored especially for us. Sometimes insight is so perfectly constructed within a scenario that it gets right into our most tender spots for the perfect healing. These are potent codes as all personal power struggles and ego problems affect the bigger picture of how the world operates. Our shadows are unresolved wisdom codes. Avoidance makes them spiral out to aid in the construction of a world we don't actually want, both individually and collectively. I just heard dogs barking and I heard Anubis in my mind. When we see this information as the gift that it is, we can cultivate presence and begin to see the lines of our inner workings. The world needs as much light as possible, so we do not have a repeat of what happened in Lumeria. Let's allow ourselves to see our shadows as an opportunity to bring more light into our being and heal the world from these dark foundations. The divine meaning. Be inspired to find the wisdom hidden in those times when you feel triggered. There's so much information within our raw and intense reactions that when you choose to be present with what is coming up and actually peel back the layers, great spiritual insight will unveil itself in a way tailored just for you. If we could all learn to see our triggers in the bigger picture, so much confrontation and upset would be lessened. Power struggles and fear would diminish, and we would see greater compassion across the planet. Perspective and misunderstanding would shift, and the way people want to be loved would be experienced without distortion. These are the seeds for peace on earth. So if you don't already, get yourself some Lumian quartz crystal pieces. 10:10 on the clock. These, you know, they were not expensive whatsoever. So very affordable for everyone. Tap in. Everyone deserves freedom. Everywhere, every nation. Their people deserve to live free. I'm channeling messages from the Lumerians. One more shuffle. The high heart chakra. I'm channeling messages from the Lumerians out of the high heart chakra. For Libra. And if you want to share this with any of your friends, they don't have to be Libras. Messages for us. Codes, messages. How can we help the planet at this time? How can we help the planet at this time? Almost. Okay. We're going to choose 3 cards from the top. Balanced forces. Wow. Check out that card. Beyond the mind. Wow. And endless opportunities. I just heard there are endless opportunities for expansion. If you knew the universe was limitless, if you knew your potential was limitless, dream your biggest dreams. As we approach Halloween and the Day of the Dead, I'm also hearing you may be experiencing dreams with your passed over loved ones in them. They definitely contain messages. For ascension. Balanced forces says yin and yang, productive flow, masculine and feminine energy, the balance of duality, patriarchal paradigm being rebalanced, equality, balance and perspective. The Lemurian people are said to have been androgynous. meaning they were not a specific gender. As they were only partially formed in the physical realm, they did not inhabit a paradigm of duality. They were a perfect balance of what became masculine and feminine energy as it densified in physical form. We all hold a mix of masculine and feminine energies within us. Masculine energy is more about focus in a forward direction, while feminine energy is more holistic and peripheral. Masculine energy is that of logistics and actioning desires into being, and it has more of a controlled and rigid vibration. Feminine energy is freer flowing, nurturing, creative, and receptive. Both sides are to be celebrated, but in our efforts to rebalance, inequality and prejudice can occur. In the current paradigm, masculine and feminine energies are imbalanced as our global culture is largely patriarchal and strongly influenced by masculine energy. Efforts to revitalize the feminine flow have been incrementally shifting the balance over the last century. It is time to calm mind-based intellect, scientific data, linear direction, and the acquisition of power. To have an optimal human experience, we must embody a balance of feminine and masculine energies. We can daydream in receptive fluidity and then action our ideas into reality. We can be soft and nurturing and also firm and direct as needed. We can be determined, compassionate, grateful, vulnerable, a visionary, and strong. There can be focus and free flow. We may not draw on these energies simultaneously, but when we access both equally, we can be truly powerful, centered beings. When we bridge the duality within ourselves, we can seed more balance in our outer world. The divine meaning. This card invites you to look at masculine and feminine energy from a more balanced perspective. Is the situation at hand on the more masculine side of the spectrum? Can it be tempered with feminine energy? Vice versa. Would the addition of masculine energy bring balance? What needs to happen to form a more holistic and equalized foundation? Do you normally hold a position of one extreme? How might you balance this so you can experience a more optimized state of being? To bring more masculine drive and focus to a situation, for instance, if you have some upcoming due dates and you need to get into action mode, focus on your goals, desires, ambitions. If you want to engage more feminine energy for receptivity, trust, flow, consider all the things you are grateful for already. Feel the warmth, gratitude, and comfort of knowing everything is divinely perfect. Beyond the mind. Wow, we got 19, 20, and then 23. It's like something that's especially begun. We have 19, 20, 22, and 23. Wow. I feel 22. The first card out, Crystal Keys. 2022. Yeah. It was a good year. I don't know. That's what I heard. It was a good year. People began to awaken from their slumber in 2022, for sure. Collectively. beyond the mind. Looking at things in an overly logical way will hinder you and obstruct access to your superpowers. You may be transfixed by a past experience. The past may be running you and making your mind spin so you cannot see what is really in front of you. Consider what your heart and your gut are telling you. Step back and clear your mind. Meditate in your own way. Contemplate what the situation at hand would feel like if you released all fears and worries. Listen to this. Much of Western culture and society pivots on a mind-based paradigm. This has served us in getting from A to B in a very linear way, but it is not holistic, and the cracks are starting to show. We learn that logic is always the right approach. However, more and more people are feeling unfulfilled, unhappy, and anxious, even though we are living more comfortably and with fewer threats. Well, maybe in 2022 it felt that way, but not now. What can we do about this? The answer is learning to just be, even just for 10 minutes of your day. There are many techniques to help you quiet the mind. Find the ones that work for you, and as your internal world becomes more peaceful, conscious, empowered, and meaningful, so too will your external world. They are interconnected. True bliss is experienced completely and utterly in the present moment. I'm a big person, like prayer warrior, but also meditation and mantras on even a small scale to a global scale make a huge difference in our world, in our reality. Commodity-driven society tells us we need to seek things outside of ourselves to feel safe and happy. This thinking keeps us out of the magic. The enlightened soul knows there is so much more. Endless opportunities. Decisions, options, and opportunities. It's wonderful that we have the freedom to choose, but times of indecision can be so hard and almost suffocating. The more we use our minds to battle the pros and cons, the more we move out of our hearts. Often the best way forward is to step back and do what it takes to get out of your head and into your body so your gut feeling can guide the way. When making a choice, you may consider anything that doesn't feel like a total yes as a total no. Perhaps none of the apparent options are right, or any choice could be the right one. If you wholeheartedly pick a direction and give it your best shot. When faced with a decision, check where your integrity lies. Peel back the layers to see where you are making your choices from. Are you choosing from fear-based survival or a place of love? A choice founded in love can make you feel light, excited, passionate, and give you butterflies. It might be a little scary, but in a good way. It might not make sense to your mind. It may seem out of your comfort zone. The low road can look like the safest, easiest path. It may avoid or lessen immediate pain and confrontation, but it will be long, winding, and exhausting. The high road might look perturbing, but it will cut through old stories and lead directly to the heart for growth and transformation. When you choose To step forward boldly, it takes courage, but you will discover a place of trust. Rather than staying small, hiding, or running away, excuse me, my body is like, what the hell on earth? I've never. Those weren't burps. Those were like spirit burp. No, that was so bizarre. Okay, wow. You're being asked to look beyond what's being presented to you here with what's going on in the world. Rather than staying small, hiding, or running away, you will expand and open yourself to growth. This is where magic happens and synchronicities you could never have imagined land in your lap. But first, you have to step into the unknown and let your heart guide you. What if everything you wanted was right there in front of you? Make the important decision to let go of outdated limitations. What could be the worst that happens? Reach for what you want and know it is closer than you realize. The divine meaning. You have options and opportunities that you may have not realized. The universe wants to give you what you want. It's all there. So reach out and wholeheartedly choose it. While you sit on the fence, your experiences are diluted or confusing. We live in a time of choices. Sometimes reason and limitation direct our choices and we feel unfulfilled as a result. Choose life from a place of heart, compassion, and integrity, and you cannot go wrong. We have the Chariot here at the bottom. That light, your spirit, light vehicle. 3 shuffles. Advice for Libra on how to proceed on this planet with everything that is going on. How can we help? Cycles, the Wheel of Fortune. What do we need to be doing? How can we help at this time, Spirit? The Page of Swords. This is the Watcher. Came out with the 5 of Wands. Personally observing. Okay. With the Page of Swords and the 5 of Wands, honestly, I'm getting being the observer of the conflict with the 5 of Wands. Again, didn't that card just talk about taking the high road? This Page of Swords is up in a tree. We have the Page of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and the 4 of Pentacles at the bottom. Stabilize your income with the 4 of Pentacles. This is also about saving. It can signify like a hoarding as well, or stock up. You could stockpile water and certain canned goods, you know, at this time. And just move, but buy things that you eat now. Like, of course, you need water, but I think it would be best to like save your money at this time with this Four of Pentacles. Minimalize your own involvement in any type of fighting. Okay, with the Five of Wands, you're literally being asked to be the observer, the Page of Swords at this time in the treehouse, up in the tree. What can Libra do to help the planet? What can Libra do to help the planet? The Tower. But this tower does not fall, does not crumble. It stands strong through the storms. We must stand strong together through these storms, through these terrors. Four of Pentacles again at the bottom. Be prepared, being prepared. This is not the end. This is not the end. The Tower is a transformational card, but it's not an ending card. Or the Great Awakening. This is the Great Awakening. Five of Swords. You may feel really misunderstood right now. With the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords, there is so much fighting and conflict going on. And then to try to divide us even further. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. You know, we can't get political here, but look at this card. And I've never been channeled this before, ever. And this is the first tarot deck I ever got myself. And I've never noticed this before, but this message is coming through just for this reading. Look at that. The red, the guy in the red, and there's a guy in blue. And here's the winner chicken dinner here in the yellow. We could call him an independent thinker, okay? He won that battle. He's picking up the swords, right? He's left to pick up the pieces. It's like the people that think for themselves will be left to pick up the pieces of those that have tried to divide. The red versus the blue. The moon. The moon. The moon at the end of the month, October, I'll tell you. I'll tell you right now. My moon phase calendar app. The next full moon will be October 28th at 4:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. October 28th, the next full moon. I heard culmination. People on the move. 5 of Pentacles. What about the full moon? What will be coming to a culmination around the full moon? October 28th, 2023. We have the 10 of Cups. This is such opposite energy with the 9 of Swords at the bottom. There could be even more of a divide between those that are stepping into the new earth, the new earth energy, this great awakening, versus those that are stuck on the material plane, only concerned with materialism, consumerism, and control. By this next full moon, there will be a shift. I'm not going to say a divide, a shift. Anything else that Libra needs to know at this time? Anything else? How can we help this planet? Why am I hearing, you gotta fight for your right to party? Wow. Oh my gosh. I heard a fight for freedoms with the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. If you guys know, you know. The 8 of Swords speaks about being trapped. Usually this is some type of mental entrapment. Okay? So Spirit and the Lumerians are coming through right now, Libra, and I'm going to end this reading here to let you know you are rising to new earth frequency, okay? You see how he's risen above those people below that are trying to come for him, okay? Batter up, Libra. There's going to be more people trying to get you to succumb, okay, to their way of thinking or their way of life with this 8 of Swords, but it's not for you. They're just trying to bound you, bind you, confuse you, keep you trapped. Keep fighting the good fight. I just keep hearing it. You are on your way to the new earth. No matter how many people come up against you, you know, in 7 of Wands, it's 1 against 6. 1. So we could say 1 in every 6 one person out of every 6 people is awakened, right? And moving towards the new earth. Whereas the other 6 are here in this 8 of Swords, and they want more people to join them. Misery loves company, Libra. Keep fighting the good fight. I hope you found messages in this reading. If you did, make sure to give me a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for your contributions, for your support here on Libra Land. It truly, truly means the most to me. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart chakra. I will be catching up on the birthday readings, all in divine timing, my friend. And also beware of scammers in the comment section. I had to delete and block a lot of scam comments out of the community board this morning. Here, let me see if I can show you guys what it looks like so you'll know. It's not me. I will never reach out to you for a reading. I do not do private readings. And I don't have a WhatsApp. Okay, here we go. You see, somebody's commented on the community post, and here's the scammer. That's what they look like. If you'll pay attention, it's not me. They stole my picture, but it says Libraland 10100. Because thank goodness YouTube finally made it where you can't do duplicate YouTube names. Whew. So it says Libraland 10100. So just be aware of those comments. I'm going to go ahead and report that now. They're getting crafty too. Instead of hitting up the videos, they'll hit up the community board. And also, they'll hide me from their channel so I can't see their comments unless I log on to like the studio app, or it's just getting crazy. I may disable the comments only for the community board posts for a time being until we get the scammer back out of here. I'm not going to disable the comments on my videos, but I may disable the comments on the community board for a short time. So anyways, love you, Libra. Stay balanced, stay blessed. Chat soon. Read you later. Peace.